So you started playing Icarus, you looked at the tech tree, you were a little overwhelmed. You went out to hunt, and you died. You had a storm, and your base fell apart. You tried to level up fast, and it took too long. Don't worry, I gotcha. Welcome to Tutorial Island. Today, I will attempt to give you 5 tips that help me out. 5 tips that help me understand the game a little bit better. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I had help. Lots of help. Comments, people who played the game a long time, and then obviously what I've learned from the game on my own. So this is my offline base, and this is where I'll be covering these 5 tips. Tip number 1, your tech tree. I know, it's overwhelming. I get it, it is. But I'm gonna try to break it down for you, and this should help you a little bit. Now, all of these are checked off for me because this is a series that I've been playing for a couple days now, and a lot of these I've already unlocked. But I'm just gonna show you the structure of the tech tree to help you out a little bit. So I'm gonna cut it in half. The bottom part of your tech tree is all weapons and tools. Just if you can remember that, you'll be okay. And that's only for the first 3/4 of the tech tree. After that, you do get some other options. I'll go over those in a little bit. But if you notice here, all my tools and my weapons are on the bottom tree. So if you're overwhelmed by the amount of options, first you got to think about what it is that you're looking for. That'll pretty much guide you where to look. Okay, let's cover the top part of the tree now, because that does have a lot more moving parts. First things, I'm going to try to show you how to kind of look at this. So if we go up and we open up campfire, that automatically will unlock your bedroll, a fire pit, which is an advanced version of your campfire, and then a drying rack. And that's it. You just got to look at this that way. It's just, you open this up and then you get to unlock either of those, right? If you move over, then you have the option to do your storage. So you can start out with with the small box, and then eventually the bigger box. When you have points, these will unlock for you. Right now, this looks like it's unlocked because I don't have a point available. I chose not to unlock this. I went over to this side instead, and we unlocked the oxidizer. If you keep going, then you go into kind of your healing area. Once you select the bandage, you're able to branch out into these other options, but you cannot choose this without opening this up. So this is kind of like your bandage tree. And then you have your paste tree. Okay, now let's move to the right. So this is probably the meat of step 1, in my opinion. And I'll cover the rest of the top of the tree in a later step in this video. Your next big decision, which is step 2, is where do you want to build your base? I love building next to a water source. It just makes life easier. You're able to craft this basic water purifier. You set it down, you put some charcoal in it, and you're able to drink unlimited amounts of water, and it's right next to your place. If you want to select another area that's a little more dry, then you'll need a basic water purifier, which depends on rainfall in order for you to collect water. Now, one best practice that I have for you in our top 5 tips is to avoid, now I have it here for a reason, but to avoid placing one of your starting points into thatch. Reason being because thatch is very weak against everything. A windstorm will take down your building, where wood, and it costs the same amount of points, you just need 1 point, is very, very strong. So the first time you level up to level 2, I would rush wood building set, specifically this one right here. You don't have to do this one. This is for half pieces. If you have an extra point and you want to get cute with your building, you can use this. But I would just strongly recommend you come in here and ignore thatch. One of the things I love to do is placing my building items on my tool belt. If you notice, they are on slot 8 and slot 9, which makes it easy for me to access these materials while I'm building. I don't want to be jumping into my inventory back and forth. That is a time killer. I'm going to show you just how to set up your basic wall, your basic floors, and why it is important to put pillars into your structures. First things, you grab a pillar, you place it wherever you want. The first pillar you place down will not snap. You can freely place it wherever you want. I'm just going to choose this location right here. When you do place it, you'll notice that it clears the area around you. Now, once I hover my cursor over the pillar and move away from it, it's going to start snapping it. Now my freedom to place it anywhere is gone. There's a reason for this. because the game is telling you, hey, this is where this goes in order for all your structures to be aligned to the map. So I'm going to set another one there, and we're going to set another one here. And lastly, I'm going to place one here. Now I have a perfect square. The reason why this plant's not gone is because you can actually harvest it. Next, I'm going to go into my floor tiles, and I'm just going to basically build a 2x2. There it is. And then now when you place your walls over it, you can, but you first must reinforce your building with pillars. So if you just want to go one high, you probably don't need these if you're just going one high. If you notice, my structure is too high, so I do have pillars. Some right there, I'm still working on it, still missing a couple, but you see how these pillars here are kind of supporting my entire building. So you want to put these down as good practice and then place your walls around it. Tip number 3 is weapon selection. This is all a preference. So the way I look at weapon selection is, how do you want to hunt? You have several options. You can choose melee, which is very good when animals are attacking you, or you can choose range, or you can choose both. One thing I will tell you is the spear, which is great for melee, will also give you access to a javelin, and the javelins are very good for one shot. If you sneak up to an animal and you land your javelin launch, you will one-shot the animal. Like, I don't think I've ever not one-shotted an animal. Now, that's early game. That will change later in the game. But we're talking about just starting out. 5 tips starting out. So it is up to you if you want to choose something that has melee and range, or if you just want to go range, which is the wood bow. The wood bow is also very effective with deep sneak damage, but I've found that I've struggled a little bit inside caves with wood bow because it requires more than one strike in order to kill those animals inside the caves. I would recommend that you do both. Just you open up your wood bow, your stone arrow, and also your wood spear to start out. I know that's a lot of points, but you're giving yourself a shot against animals attacking you as well as animals that are out in further range. Okay, tip number 4. You need a ranching station for this. So in your tech tree, the ranching station is going to be in tier 2. So I'm already in the next phase of the tech tree, and in order to get to tier 2, you need to be level 10 at least. That is priority. You're going to go over and find your ranching station, and here it is. Again, it's at the top of the tree because it's a workstation. It has something to do with survival. The bottom of your tree is mostly going to be fighting and defending yourself. Okay, so just think of it that way. So once you unlock your ranching station, you are going to need an animal bed, a water trough, and a food trough. Those are your 3 needs. Also, a riding saddle. Sorry, so you need 4. These 4 items right here, and you can only craft those in your ranching station. Once you have that, you place them down in a place. You can set up whatever you want. This is my little area for them. These are the 2 beds that I have for them. Here's my water and my food trough. In order to tame a horse, you need to find an adult horse with its baby. Unfortunately, you have to eliminate the parent horse, and that'll leave the baby alone. Once you approach the baby, you will have the chance to hit the F button for you to tame that animal. It will follow you. The idea is to get home as quickly as possible with that baby animal. Open up your doors, have him follow you, and he will either eat or go to sleep. There will be a percentage bar that he'll have to fill. Once he's an adult, you will be able to walk up to him and tame him and name him, and he's all yours. And you guys can live happily ever after. All right, and tip number 5. This is a big one. This is one that hits home. Culture, I cannot level up fast enough. It's taking forever. There is a way for you to beef up, speed up your XP. They say the key to a man's heart is his stomach. Guys, the key to Icarus is also your stomach. Hear me out. We're going to go into our cooking bench. There are meals that give you additional XP. Right here, mixed berries. A wild strawberry, a regular strawberry is going to give you 10% XP gained for 900 seconds. So if you're out mining, if you're out hunting, if you're out cutting trees, every XP that you get, you're going to get a buff of 10%. Now, this goes up to 30%, I believe is the highest that I've seen so far. But just starting out, you just have to put a couple of recipes together and just make sure you're constantly eating that as you're doing all of your different tasks. And that'll help you level up faster than if you're just going with the flow of the game. Now you're probably telling yourself, but Culture, I can't find strawberries on day 2. You're right, you can't. You cannot, but I'm going to show you how you find strawberries. So the way you get strawberries, and this is a bonus tip, is you go into your communication interface, you request equipment, you go to workshop, and you scroll down to farming, and here you can buy any seed that you want. You'll notice that I already purchased or researched the farming seed. Now all I have to do is purchase it. You purchase it with Ren, you access Ren by doing side missions. So for now, till you get to level 10, the best thing you can do to level up fast is just hunt. Hunt, hunt, hunt. Just like this. Oh, I missed. Never mind. Not like that, like this. Just like that. I know, it's sad. It's a tragic game, very violent. But just know that no real animals are hurt while recording or playing Icarus. Guys, those are my 5 tips. If you want other kind of information, other kinds of tips, please let me know in the comments. I am here to help. I want to make sure that your Icarus experience is a good one. I don't want you to be intimidated by anything about the game, because once you get comfortable with the basics, I am telling you, you will not be able to put this game down. And I don't work for this company. I don't get a single penny from this company, from the developers. I just love the game so much, and I understand that why it can be a little intimidating sometimes. So I'm gonna do my best to make sure that you understand the basics and you truly fall in love with it. So think of me as a matchmaker, and I'm just putting you guys in contact, making sure that you guys know the basics before you start getting to know each other. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Have a good one. This is Culture signing out.